Death Valley calls, and I must answer. Hi everyone, Mark Anthony, the Vegas Tourist, and I am out in Death Valley today. I love it here. Today, though, is a special day because Death Valley Historical Association, along with the National Park Services, is doing an update on the restoration and recovery of Scotty's Castle. Scotty's Castle was almost wiped out back in a flash flood in October of 2015, and they've been working diligently ever since to bring it back to life. So we get an updated tour and find out more information about exactly when, hopefully, the castle will open up to the public. So let's go see Scotty's Castle. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mark Anthony. This is the Vegas Tourist. And yes, in February, the National Park Service held a opportunity to go in and see Scotty's Castle, see the updates to the restoration progress. For those of you that remember, back in October 2015, Scotty's Castle, Grapevine Canyon, what would normally be 4 inches of rain per year, got 3 inches of rain in 5 hours. And the rush of water and the debris coming out of the canyon there did severe damage to the area surrounding Scotty's Castle, literally obliterated the road. Over the past five years, with the help of the Death Valley Natural History Association, the National Park Service embarked on a recovery and restoration project to bring Scotty's Castle back up to what it was. And so periodically they would have these small group tours. This one, we had probably 5, 6, 7 people on there, a small group. This time we were not allowed to go into Scotty's Castle. We stayed outside, and the projected opening date now is 2022 or early 2023. And the reason for that is because the Park Service gets the opportunity to do this right. And I want to thank them for doing this right. To be able to go in, this is the first time since they took over Scotty's Castle back in the 1982 to actually see what was in there, what was in the castle. So not only are they doing a restoration process, because some parts had up to 4 feet of mud, and getting all of that damage corrected, but they're also able to now go in and see what was in the castle, and not only what was in the castle, but to catch up on maintenance. Some of the maintenance that they're catching up on is stuff that was left over from pre-National Park Service days. Now, since we were not able to actually go into the castle, our ranger guide was absolutely wonderful. She was wonderful. I loved her because she took a different approach to Scotty's Castle, one that I haven't heard before. And because what she focused on was the engineering aspect of it, because Albert Johnson, Mr. Johnson, the guy who actually built the castle and paid for the castle, was an engineer. She was looking at Scotty's Castle from his point of view, which is completely different than what any other tour guide that I've ever had on a Scotty's Castle tour did. Looking at it kind of through his eyes, through his vision, through his world. And so we got to see more of the background of what they were doing. Got to hear some of the stories of the architecture and the engineering aspect of the recovery process. To me, it was fascinating and unique because I've never heard the story of Scotty's Castle told in that perspective. Like, one of the things that she had mentioned was, you look at the pool, Scotty's Castle pool. In the 80 years that Scotty's Castle had existed, that pool had never been used. It had never been filled with water. The flood of 2015, 3 inches of rain comes in 5 hours. All of that mud comes down, fills the pool. 80 years later, the pool is finally tested and it worked. All right. In this recovery process, working with Death Valley Natural History Association, they wanted the feedback from the public and they got it. And the big thing that they got and was pointed out on this tour was that the public wants Scotty's Castle brought back to the way it was with the tours. And the tours were always giving as if it was 1936, which was the last year Scotty and the Johnsons were actually at the castle. So when you did the tour and the tour guide was talking, they saw only what was there in 1936. So as this restoration process goes along, the National Park Service is removing as much of post-1936 as they can. So when they do open the castle back up, it is going to be ready, and it is going to be as close to original 1936 as they can possibly get it. And so this has been an interesting tour. Not so much of an update other than to be able to look at it from Mr. Johnson's point of view, and I love that. So short update. Yes, you were probably expecting more, but I just wanted to show you this. As always, if you need more information, find me at thevegastourist.com. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you all on the next video.